While Haruto stays in his room, he hears a noise outside. Using his barrier magic, he discovers injured soldiers. Disappointed and saddened, he goes to his father, Gold. Thieves have been attacking their province, and his father planned to retaliate after gathering intelligence on their base. He gathered the soldiers and prepared for the battle. However, the thieves unexpectedly ambushed them, resulting in severe injuries and a significant loss. Haruto's father asks him to leave, considering it too intense for a boy his age. Flay mocks Gold's loss by a band of thieves, which pisses Haruto off. He orders her to shut up. Haruto passes by the soldiers, on her way to his room, and he uses his magic to heal all the soldiers, leaving his father astonished and confused. Later that night, Haruto exits his room to find Flay standing on his doorstep. He talks to her, but she does not answer. Haruto remembers he ordered her to shut up, so he asks her to talk again. She apologizes to him. Furthermore, with Flay's assistance, Haruto easily locates the thieves who attacked his father using his magic powers. He suspects a spy is providing them with information. Haruto and Flay use their powers to fly to the thieves' base, unaware that Charlotte is secretly observing them. At the thieves' base, the celebration is in full swing. Their leaders hold a meeting to plan their next moves. Suddenly, Haruto bursts into the room and freezes them in place. Questioning the thieves, he learns they are soldiers from a neighboring empire disguised as thieves to cause chaos. They had an accomplice within the kingdom. This revelation raises Haruto's suspicion of someone targeting his father's life. The thieves' leader offers to call off the operation and retreat. Haruto thanks them for their cooperation but then instructs Flay to burn the entire fort as retribution for attacking his father. The soldiers beg for mercy, but Haruto remains resolute. Flay ignites the fire, forcing the thieves to flee in fear and pain. The next morning, Haruto anonymously informs his father of the events. Gold realizes that some thieves escaped during the fire, while others were captured. Disappointed, although not surprised, he suspects the Empire's involvement. Charlotte wonders who could have attacked them, and her father suggests it might be Flay due to her fire control and outings to control monsters in the province. This reminds Charlotte of her observations from the previous night, prompting her to confront Flay directly. She does, and it turns out that the previous night, after witnessing the events, Charlotte visited Haruto's room and found him sleeping. She noticed his usual intimidating aura is absent. She also realized that Haruto lacks the magical ability to fly. Flay is surprised by Charlotte's sensitivity to Haruto's power and confirms that Haruto possesses extraordinary abilities beyond those of humans. Later, Flay informs Haruto about her conversation with Charlotte. In response, Haruto sets up surveillance barriers and an alarm system based on Charlotte's actions. Charlotte becomes determined to uncover Haruto's identity and powers, spying on him relentlessly. She watches him train, read, and even shower for 6 consecutive days. On the 7th day, Charlotte and her mother leave for an annual festival. While Haruto is in his room, Charlotte's surveillance alarm goes off. Soldiers are attacking Charlotte and her mother, seeking to capture them. They flee, but the soldiers pursue them, resulting in the mother's injury. With no apparent escape, Charlotte receives directions from an unknown source. They reach a cliff, and her mother uses magic to land safely. They continue their escape, although the mother's power and magic are nearly depleted. Eventually, they find refuge in a cave. After the mother drove Charlotte to a safe place, she tells Charlotte that she wants to go and save whoever was helping them. She must help the hero of justice, as she said. The mother explains that he has to be someone good because he is punishing the evildoers and helping them. Charlotte must stay hiding in the cave. Charlotte asks her mother not to go. Out of worry something happens to her mother. The mother insists. She leaves while Charlotte is breaking into tears. Once the mother leaves the cave, she finds out their helper has used illusionary magic to hide the cave's entrance, which is advanced magic. However, the soldiers show up. She takes out a knife and aims it at her own neck, intending to prevent their capture. Intending to finish herself so they cannot catch her. She is about to strike herself. Suddenly, the knife shatters into pieces, and she blacks out. Haruto shows up and holds her before touching the ground. The soldiers do not know who he is and before they take a move or say a word. Haruto angrily hit their bodies to the trees, all of them, with a single move of his hand. He carries his mother and puts her in the cave. As he knows Charlotte is in the cave, he asks her to stay until backup forces come and save her. Charlotte senses his aura and figures out it's Haruto. She shows up and calls him. Surprisingly, she asks him if he is a hero of justice. Haruto finds no other choice but to play it along with her. Charlotte believes that he is a hero because that is what her mother said. She blames herself for being suspicious of him. Haruto uses his powers to take care of the evildoers and help people who need help as she believes. Haruto asks her to keep it a secret, and Charlotte agrees. Haruto leaves to take care of the evildoers. Meanwhile, in Gold's office, one of his soldiers brings news of the incident. He assures Gold that Charlotte and her mother are safe, being escorted by Flay. Haruto, pretending to be unaware, sits on the sofa. Gold expresses his gratitude to the unknown savior and wonders if he knows them. He asks Haruto for his thoughts on the matter. Haruto answers that it looks like the guy is going to help us. But Haruto makes a mistake when he mentions the Imperial soldiers, as he should not know about them. That makes the father suspicious. Haruto tries to fix it, explaining that they must be soldiers because thieves would be stealing villages. But how would they be soldiers as there is security by the borders? Haruto said so to give his father a hint about having a spy among them. And it works. Gold gets to the conclusion of having someone spying on them. Gold mentions someone called Shrewd Vixen. Before Haruto could understand more, his mother and sister Charlotte enter the room. Gold hugs them right away, happy that they are safe. Charlotte sneaks out of her father's hands and hugs her brother Haruto tight. Her action surprises the parents. She shows love for her brother, which is not usual. However, the parents ignore it as they are happy with their friendly interactions. But the only one who is not happy about it is Flay, who gets jealous.